Hi everyone, today we are going to learn how to create this beautiful full row slider. So what we are going to use is just simply WordPress and Elementor. If you have used Elementor before, you will notice that there is no straightforward way so far to create a two-row gallery like this. Yes, we have image carousel, right? But the thing about image carousel is I can just select the image. For example, I want these 8 images to be displayed in like this way. So set it to, so there's this slides to show. So for example, I want to show 2 slides and I cannot specify like 2 rows. So it's just really frustrating. So we are going to learn how to create this instead without using the widget, the image carousel widget, but also we are going to use the same Swiper JS library that the image carousel widget is using. So Elementor actually use Swiper.js to build most of the carousels and slides. Yeah, I think it's all, if not mistaken. So let's study a little bit on how it actually works. So this is the default one, which is like a very simple basic slide, nothing much. We need to have a swiper wrapper and also swiper slide. So this is like the bare minimum to build a slides with Swiper.js. So having these two, we just initialize the parent of the everything. So it's just like that. So this one we'll talk about more if when we reach to a point that we want to add like navigation and also pagination, which is like what we have here, the arrows, and then also like the little buttons here. Okay, so now that we understand what is required of a Swiper.js to make it into a slider, we need to understand the code first. Okay, so I think we'll just do this one by one. Okay, so let's get started. This will be like the initial state of a two-row slider that we are seeing now. So, yep, it's just like a gallery. Oh, sorry, I think I limited something here, restricted something. Yep, this one. I'll just put something so that it doesn't work. Let's just do it in a very raw way first. Alright, so this is what we will see when we put basic gallery in, and then we just add all the images that we want, set it to 2 columns, full, whichever settings that you need here, and you should be able to see this. So it's just gallery with 2 column, and then it will just flow like that. So that's what the basic gallery do. So let's study the code as we can see. So we have figure, which is very similar to swiper slide. And then above this figure, we have gallery 1, class gallery, which is like the wrapper, right? And then we can also notice that we have this Elementor image gallery as like the parent that encapsulate everything here. Just like this. So by right, we just need to initialize this one to make it into a slider. But as I mentioned, we need to have swiper wrapper and swiper slide. So first thing first, we actually need to inject this class into the code here, like the figure and then this gallery one class gallery. So let's get started. Here we have this link, which is a Swiper library CSS, and then we have also this Swiper library script. So now let's do it like this. When the web page has loaded, we'll need to inject the class first. So query selector, I have put this class gallery here, which is this one, class gallery. And then for all of these, I will add swiper wrapper into the class of this gallery. So now within this gallery, we'll also need to select all the figure inside, and then we'll add this class to all the figures. Okay, so to set up this Elementor code that you are seeing here is actually Elementor custom code, and then you can just add new, then you will see what we are seeing here. So one thing to note is that you can select which page or where to show this code. So means to execute the code actually. So and also it is a best practice to put the JavaScript code at the end of the body so that it will just execute and have all the element ready. What do I mean by is that when we load the page, all the elements will need to be loaded, right? So if they haven't get loaded, you cannot select the selector, like the element itself, because they cannot find it. So it is best to put it at the last. Okay, so let's just refresh it, and then right. So yep, we have just added the class here. Let's see, then let's check. So yeah, we have a swiper wrapper ready, and yeah, we have swiper slide ready. So now what is left is we'll just need to initialize this one as a swiper. Okay, so let's do this. Okay. Mm, a moment, I think. Yeah, I have forgotten. Yeah, it should be this way. Okay. So now it is like a slider. But yeah, it's not quite what we want, right? This one can easily be done with just image carousel widget. Alright, so let's continue. Now we need to add this part into the code here. So let me explain this. Slides preview is like so how many slides you want to see in a view, which is 1 and 2. And then for the grid part, we will make it like a row, which we already say that we want it to be like a 2 rows, right? So we want to have per view 2 slides, and then we also want it to be 2 row. And then, so we can also group it in a way, like super group. So actually, you can imagine like, so these two become one group, and then these two become one group, and then we'll be like 2 slide, and then with 2 row, kind of like that. And then the true is okay, maybe I should take this away first. I'm not there yet. Okay, let's update. Then we shall see. Okay, if you see this, maybe you want to get panicked. I thought we are going to do it like 1, 2, 3, 4. So the trick to here is actually we need to specify the height of our swiper. So remember that we actually initialize this Elementor image gallery here as the swiper. So we just need to specify the height and also make sure that it's like overflow hidden. There we go. It is now like this. If we do not set this overflow hidden, it will become like this, which is not what we want, right? Like, because it's like overflow, right? As you can see, this is our Elementor image gallery, our swiper here, and you can see the blue one, the blue box that shows. So it's actually this much width. So we need to just hide all those that's outside. So it's just simple as that. Hidden. Okay. Now we are going to add the pagination and also navigation. Same thing. Because this by default it's a basic gallery, right? So we need to have this class. For example, this is like a next and previous button for swiper. We need to have swiper button next and swiper button previous. So this and also one thing to note is that they are actually at the same level with swiper wrapper. So means they are not inside it. So this is how we'll do it. We need to inject the code as well. So here we've already added the class that we need to initialize it as swiper. Now we are going to do the similar thing for all the previous and next button. Okay. So we have this swiper button next, swiper button previous. So this one is like the mandatory class. It's like swiper wrapper and swiper slide. Swiper.js definitely need that to initialize. So same thing goes to these two. These two class is like the basic as well. But probably you might have 1 or 2 more uh, things like this in the one page. So it is also a best practice that we also add this, like a specific kind of like a class for this element, so that you don't get like confused with the other uh, image carousel. For example, if you want to do here and then it get initialized the wrong thing, so we don't want it that way. So okay, let's just update first. Okay, yes, we have already seen this, but yeah, it's not functioning now. Let's just confirm that, yep, it is at the right place first. So like gallery, the class gallery, which is our wrapper, so they are in the same level as the wrapper. So yeah, we are good to go. The reason that it's not functioning yet is because we need to initialize it. So like the navigation, we just copy. Update. Okay, let's see. Ah, now it's working. But it's like how maybe you want that it is like an infinite scroll kind of thing. Like you want it to be like forever, you can just scroll, scroll, scroll. That's where the loop comes in. Loop through. Okay, so let's put it here. So yeah, there, infinite scroll. Okay, so one more thing we want to add is the pagination. Okay, so same thing. Let's study this first. Pagination, same level as Swiper Wrapper. We also need this. And again, this is a basic gallery. Definitely we won't have this element, sorry, this one. So we'll need to inject it as well. So right, here it is. Okay, let's check. Okay, there. We definitely do see a pagination here. But yeah, we cannot quite see it on the page yet, but it is definitely in the code. So means it works. Now let's initialize. Okay, there we go. So this is how you create a two-row gallery just like that. And of course, the best part is we are using it as a widget, right? We can just add whatever we want. So we just need to set it up, for example, and then you want to change anything. So you just need to just come in and 1, 2, 3, 4. Let's add 4 more. Okay, let's see. Ta-da! It's just as simple. So do one time hard work and then we can just have it easy. What's the best part here is if you are using Elementor Pro, there's also this dynamic text where you can actually do it like that. Like you can just dynamically fetch all the things that you want to put in and then it will just load. That's the best part. So this is how we utilize the best of the WordPress, the CMS version of it. So I think this is where it shines the most. Elementor and WordPress is really, it's just on steroids. Okay, I think that's all. Uh, Let me know if you have any question. You can write it in the comment. We will see if I get the time to reply, then I will also just reply to you. Thank you.